Signal jammers. A signal jammer is a little box, usually cheaper than dinner for two, that drowns out the exact frequencies your phone, your GPS, and your Wi-Fi run on. Switch it on, and nothing in range can get a signal out. They get sold as little peace and quiet machines, the kind that promise to make a quiet zone in your car, kill the phones in a classroom, or knock the neighbors off your Wi-Fi. Sounds almost reasonable until you understand what block every signal in range actually means. In the US, the FCC treats these as flatly illegal. You can't use one, sell one, or import one. And there's no exception for a business, a school, or your own car. The reason is that a jammer reaches way past the guy behind you at the movies. It can stop a 911 call from a car 2 lanes over, black out the GPS in every vehicle near you, and step on the radios paramedics are trying to talk on. One company, CTS Technology, sold about 300 of these into the US and got hit with the largest fine in FCC history for it, more than $34 million, which works out to around 120 grand for every single jammer. When investigators tested the boxes, a single unit took out cell, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS all at once. There's even a real case of a boss who ran one in the office just to stop his staff using their phones. A signal jammer treats every phone in range the same, and that includes the one someone's using to dial 911. Of everything on this list, it's the one I'd tell you to never even go looking for. Radar detectors. That little box on the windshield that beeps before a speed trap. And it makes the list for the opposite reason to the jammer, because in 49 states, it's completely legal to own and use. Then there's Virginia. Virginia has banned radar detectors since 1962, and it's still the only state that does. Just having one in the car is the offense. Switched off, buried in the glove box, out-of-state plates, none of it matters. You can get a ticket up to $250, and the state police run radar detectors that sniff out the signal yours leaks, so they'll catch one you never even turned on. The only other place with a flat ban is Washington, D.C., plus commercial trucks and every military base. A detector only listens, which is what keeps it legal almost everywhere. A jammer transmits, firing a signal back to scramble the reading, and that's a federal crime everywhere, with fines north of $100,000. Laser jammers are banned in a dozen or so states too, Virginia included. Laser pointers. A laser pointer is the thing you point at a slide or use to send the cat sprinting into a wall. A normal one is completely fine. The FDA caps a consumer pointer at 5 milliwatts, and past that line, the thing in your hand stops being a legal pointer and turns into a regulated device. The problem is, the cheap green ones online blow past that limit, some of them by hundreds of times. In your backyard, nobody cares. Point one at the sky near a plane, and it stops being a toy in a hurry. Aiming a laser at an aircraft is a federal crime with its own law, up to 5 years in prison, and a fine that can reach $250,000. And people keep doing it. Pilots reported almost 13,000 laser strikes to the FAA in 2024 alone. A dot that looks harmless from the ground spreads out to the width of a windshield by the time it reaches the cockpit, and it can blind a pilot, bringing a couple hundred people in to land. You can own the laser. The law only cares about the one spectacularly dumb thing people insist on doing with it. $5 toy, 5-year sentence. And the only thing in between is where you point it. The Flipper Zero. The Flipper Zero is a little orange multi-tool that looks like a Tamagotchi crossed with a walkie-talkie. It reads and copies wireless signals, RFID cards, all kinds of things. And it went viral for looking like a hacker gadget straight out of a movie. Hobbyists love it. Security testers use it for work. And in 2024, Canada moved to ban importing and selling it and pinned the whole thing on the country's car theft problem. Sounds reasonable until you look a little closer. There was never a single confirmed case of a Flipper Zero actually stealing a car. And the trick everyone panicked about only works on older cars with fixed codes, the kind that send the same signal every time. Modern cars roll the code on every press and shrug the whole thing off. So Canada banned the gadget that was in the scary video. The one actually stealing cars by the thousand is the next one.
But before I talk about it, if you enjoyed the video so far, hit like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest and coolest gadgets that matter the most to you.
Relay boxes. A relay, or a repeater, is the gadget that's actually emptying driveways. Your keys are in a bowl by the front door. One thief stands near that door with a box that grabs your fob's signal. A second one stands by the car with another box that replays it. The car thinks the key is right there in someone's hand, so the doors unlock and the engine starts. And it's gone in under a minute. In England and Wales, these show up in roughly 4 out of 10 car thefts, closer to 6 out of 10 in London. And they're often disguised as a Bluetooth speaker or a kid's toy, so they look like nothing in a bag. Under the UK's Crime and Policing Act, which became law in April 2026, just owning one of these is now a crime, up to 5 years in prison, and the burden is on you to prove you had a good reason to have it. Over in the US, Michigan already makes it a felony just to hold a dealer's key programming tool if you mean to steal a car with it. The fix that protects you is boring and cheap. A Faraday pouch for your keys costs a few dollars, blocks the signal, and gives that box nothing to grab.
Jailbroken streaming boxes. A jailbroken box is a normal Fire Stick or Android streamer that's been loaded with apps to pull in everything for free. Sky, TNT Sports, Netflix, Disney, live football, first-run movies, no subscription anywhere. The stick itself is legal. The Kodi software running on it is legal too. It's just a media player. What crosses the line is loading it up to grab paywalled content it was never meant to touch. In the UK, this has turned into a full crackdown. Sellers advertising fully loaded sticks on Facebook and eBay have been raided and sent to prison. One man for 4 years and 9 months. Another for 2 after cheating broadcasters out of 6 figures. A judge spelled it out in court. There's no longer any doubt these boxes are illegal. The maximum sentence for this kind of copyright infringement climbed from 2 years to 10. And Amazon's newest Fire hardware is built so the dodgy apps won't sideload in the first place. £1,000 of channels for a one-off 30 is the kind of deal that always has a catch. And the catch is a prison sentence for whoever sold it to you.
Drone jammers. A drone jammer, sometimes sold as an anti-drone gun, fires a wall of radio interference at a drone to cut its link to the pilot and drop it out of the sky. There's a drone hovering over your backyard, you point this at it, and down it comes. They're marketed as privacy tools, and you can find them on Amazon and Google right now, shipped in from overseas. Every one of them is illegal for you to run. A jammer is a jammer, and the FCC bans operating, selling, or importing them, drone versions included, with fines that can top $112,000. Only certain federal agencies are allowed to use counter-drone gear. And before you reach for the shotgun instead, that one's worse. The FAA counts a drone as an aircraft, so knocking one down is destruction of an aircraft under federal law, a felony that carries up to 20 years. There have been charges in Florida, Kentucky, and beyond. The famous guy who blasted a drone out of the sky over his own yard and walked didn't set any precedent. The feds made clear charges were still on the table. IMSI catchers. An IMSI catcher, better known by the brand name Stingray, is a box about the size of a briefcase that pretends to be a cell tower. Your phone is built to grab onto the strongest tower nearby. So when this thing switches on and shouts louder than the real ones, every phone in range quietly connects to it instead. Once your phone's on it, whoever's running it can pull your location, your device's unique ID, who you're calling and texting, and on some models, the actual content. And it grabs every phone in the radius, suspect or not, the whole street, the whole protest, the whole apartment block. These belong to law enforcement and intelligence agencies. It's illegal for you to own or operate one, because switching it on means broadcasting on licensed cell frequencies you've got no right to touch, and listening in on calls you're not part of is straight wiretapping. The real ones run anywhere from $50,000 to $500,000. Hidden spy cameras. A hidden camera is exactly what it sounds like. A lens built into a phone charger, a smoke detector, a screw on the wall, a pen on the desk. Completely legal to buy, sitting in normal stores right next to the doorbells and the baby monitors. Buying one is legal, owning one is legal, and pointing it at your own driveway or your own living room is fine. The second it films somewhere a person expects privacy, a bathroom, a bedroom, a guest room, a rental you're hosting, it becomes a crime in every single state. That's voyeurism. And depending on where you are, it's a felony that can follow you for the rest of your life. Add sound and it gets worse, because recording a conversation you're not part of runs straight into the Federal Wiretap Act. Up to 5 years. And a big chunk of states need every person in the room to agree to it. You spend your money worrying about the phone that tracks you and the smart TV that listens in. The scariest gadget on this entire list is one you can buy today with zero hassle. It's cheap, it's legal, and it's one click away. Let me know in the comments if you owned any of these gadgets, or if you know someone who got in trouble because of them. And if privacy and security matter to you, watch this next video.